you find that a driver sees you are behind, and he has a bus of 62 capacity, and he wants to fill it before he can move. Okay. And he's in the middle of the road.
So a few points that I'd want to cover as we are slowly running out of time is just a bit more clarity on this Nairobi commuter rail.
Yes.
You know, in terms of its development, its features and the phases, so that we have an understanding of when that's going to be implemented.
Okay, that one, the tenders between Syokimau and JKIA, I think they are going through evaluation. And you see, commuter railways are expensive. The capital investment needed is so huge. So that is a process that is long term. In the medium term and short term, we want to reorganize first whatever we have. Let us operate within the means that we have. So number one, we want to change the attitude of drivers and behavior. Let people develop a positive attitude. Because when people go to drive, even if they are professors, they drive very badly. So you wonder what's happening. Number two, we have introduced CCTV through collaboration with the Ministry of Urban Planning, who formerly the Metropolitan Ministry, and these CCTV are beginning to operate next month. The governor is going to launch them, and they now capture. We have 43 cameras in the entire CBD, and we are intending to roll them out to the suburbs, Westlands, Upper Hill, and other areas, including the estates. This we believe can give us tangible evidence on misbehaving drivers, so that we are able to go to the transport unit, the licensing unit, and then effectively we will even bar those drivers who misbehave. We will tell them they don't have to drive.
How reliable are the cameras?
The cameras are 100%.
Do they use power?
They use power, and we have a standby generator.
So there will be no question of not
there will be no question of them failing to operate.
Failing or vandalism?
Vandalism, you see, with the beauty of the camera, if you vandalize, it will have captured your image already. By the time you go to vandalize it, it already has your image, and it will be in our server. Yes, so we will be able to address that effectively and ably. Then we are introducing traffic marshals, who are also beginning to take off, because we want to phase out the traffic police gradually, so that the traffic marshals take over. Then the police go to do their core duty of security. We are introducing a dog unit within the CBD to avoid the snatching of mobiles and handbags. A very powerful and strong dog unit, so that our people are secure when they walk. Because we can't tell you to walk when you can't walk and you can't receive your mobile. It will be snatched. So we are addressing all those issues holistically.
Okay, I'd just like to ask you some of the views that we are receiving coming in here.
Yes.
Someone says, let the minister answer about the cost and the amounts the roads are meant to use. Recent research says the cost of constructing roads in Kenya are the most expensive in the world.
No, yeah, that is true. What she has said is true, technically, because number one, our roads are dilapidated. That's a fact. It's not our mistake, it's not the governor's mistake, it is not the citizens' mistake. It's only that they have been neglected for a long time, such that even if a road was just to be patched up, like a pothole, it is left until you have to reconstruct the entire road. And the cost of reconstructing an entire road is 40% more than if you were to construct the road in the normal circumstances. So we are addressing that by employing modern technology, which tampers with technology and our local materials to be able to reduce the cost of road construction. We are also employing labor-intensive methods. We want our young people to get jobs, so we are also insisting that road construction must incorporate the concept of employing our young men and women so that they work there. And we are insisting that companies must produce evidence showing that they are employing young men and women. Yeah, because we promised people jobs. One of the ways we can create 200,000 jobs is by engaging in road construction in each and every ward. And I think they pay well. They pay well than any other employer in terms of payment per day.
Okay, and we've had some really terrible incidents last weekend in terms of road accidents.
Yes.
And so I'd like to touch on road safety.
Yes.
Had a message which has come in here and says that as the Minister of Transport plans to improve Nairobi, let him first come up with a strategy to stop or minimize accidents in Kenya. Let him solicit ideas from other governments and see where Kenya is falling short, because this is very important. And this is coming from Janet from Thika. So what would your response be to road safety? Because that's clearly
I agree entirely with Janet. Number one, road safety, we need reliable, safe and secure transport. That's number one. So that if you enter a vehicle, your security is guaranteed, that you cannot be attacked while in the vehicle. Secondly, you cannot be injured because of the negligence or recklessness of the driver. Now, the problem we are having is that in Nairobi, more than 50% of the drivers only move cars. They don't know how to drive. You can see that in the movement of vehicles. They don't care. They don't know the highway code. When they see the lights are red, amber, green, they still move even when it is red. You see, that's a safety issue. So we must go back to the basics. Number one, we must understand the highway code clearly, so that if it is red, it means don't go. If it is amber, it means you wait. And if it is green, it means you go. And this applies both to the pedestrians and the drivers, because there's impunity. There's a wrong attitude totally on the road signs. Secondly, as a passengers and the pedestrians, you find a pedestrian closing a zebra crossing, he's on mobile, and one of the hands is in his pocket. You see, movement is impeded. He can't move appropriately. So we are saying, if you are closing a zebra crossing, and we are introducing punitive measures, if you are closing a zebra crossing and you are on mobile, then we will punish you. We want you to close very fast so that you don't inconvenience other road users. If you are on the traffic lights and the light is showing amber, don't go, because it means you can't make it. You find the light is amber, that's when the pedestrians are now fully closing, so they impede the movement of vehicles. Or the light is red and the vehicles are moving. So this is an attitude problem which we need to engage and persuade our drivers and our pedestrians to do what? To change. Number three, look at footbridges. Look at Fire Road, look at Thika Road, look at Chogo Road. People don't use them. People are being hit on a footbridge. And yet those footbridges were made so that to alleviate those. So we are telling people, where there's a footbridge, use it. We are going to put lights, because lights is under my docket. We are going to collaborate with the residents association and the community leaders to ensure that each and every place in Nairobi is well lit, because we can buy the bulbs, and we collaborate with the resident associations and other community leaders to be able to light and take care of them, because the other challenge is vandalism. You find we have put light bulbs today, tomorrow they are not there. So this is an attitude problem which we need to all to engage honestly and agree that this is not the right way people behave. We must take care of something that we benefit from in terms of service. So I think once we take all those measures and we are going to move with speed, you can rest assured that even if it is the power brokers or cartels, we are so determined to make sure that people change.
We have a new road that has been built between Ngong Road and Lavington.
Yes.
Across the center.
Yes, yes.
It has some funny road signs which people don't seem to know. Are you going to teach people how to use that road?
Some signs are in
some
Chinese.
Sign, no, not Chinese. I think it's built by Japanese. But the road sign on the floor, on the roadside, some of them we have never seen.
Yeah, because that one is the most modern road. The example you have given,
yes,
because it has for pedestrian walk, it has riders, motorbike riders pathways, and it also has the road, and it has all the signs. So what we need to do is to educate our people on how to use these facilities, because if you look at them, actually you see a lot of the signs have been knocked down already.
Some of them on the road itself, on the tarmac, but they are like squares. Which, when you look at the traffic, traffic book, they are not there in the traffic book, the driving school book.
The yellow box, we've introduced it. The box. It is as we've introduced it.
We don't know the yellow box.
It is now in the law. It is now in the law. You know why? We realize that when you drive in the middle of Nairobi or that area, the road we are saying, somebody realizes that if you move ahead, you will block everybody else. But they go ahead and move and block. So we have introduced that yellow box so that if you are found in the yellow box, we fine you instantly.
Okay,
because you are not supposed to enter the yellow box unless you clear. Sure. If you enter the yellow box, you must clear. If you realize that you can't clear, then you wait. That is the meaning of that yellow box, so that it discourages people from going to block others who could have easily moved.
Okay, well, as we're running out of time, do you have any last comments as we wind up the show?
Yes, my last comments are that we have very good, actually, super policies, ideas that will help this county move forward. But what we are saying is that these policies mean nothing if the people of Nairobi do not come together as one and say that enough is enough. The Nairobi we want is not a Nairobi where somebody drives you crazy. You even fear go to the CBD because you can't get parking. Number two, the time of movement across the CBD is 45 minutes. That is a lot of time. We need to move across the CBD in just about under 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because traffic should be able to move. So I think the governor has very good ideas about transforming Nairobi, and all we need is that we need everybody's support. We need the media, we need the people, we need the county, and the ministry is also supporting us very well. The minister, the cabinet secretary, Engineer Kamau, and the PS, engineer, both PS is Engineer Nduva Muri and Msoniki. They are giving us a lot of goodwill. So we are saying we need all the stakeholders. We need religious leaders to tell their people in church. We need the people in the mosques to tell their members that please drive responsibly. Sure. Yeah, and we want companies like KBL, Safaricom, and others. We are telling people drink responsibly. But let us also tell people drive responsibly, so that people are able to drive responsibly.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your comments. We'll take it in if you have any other comments. Yeah, but thank you very much for coming in. I think that was quite enlightening. So thank you very much. And yeah, we look forward to perhaps coming across you again in the future. Thank you for coming to the studio and sharing your thoughts on the matter. And that wraps up our Power Breakfast interview for today. Thank you very much for joining us here on Power Breakfast. Do enjoy the rest of your day from me and the rest of the Breakfast team. Goodbye.